Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. Kelly Likes Crypto. I'm your host, and you guessed it, my name is Kelly, and I love crypto. I'm a little bit under the weather, so I'm gonna have to power through this. If you also love crypto, please smash the like button and consider subscribing to the channel to get your daily dose of crypto news and reviews. Before we go any further, let's quickly say I'm not a financial advisor, so please do not take anything I say or talk about in this video as financial advice. Everything said within this video and on my channel is strictly for educational purposes. Okay, with that said, let's dive into today's exciting video. Today, we're going to look at Monero, the rebel coin. If you Google Monero, you're going to find nothing but FUD. Fear, uncertainty, and doubt. FUD stories, FUD media. You're just gonna, Monero's that one of those hated coins by governments, and the governments kind of get the media to spin the narrative also. So you see here, Monero is not supported by Coinbase, and this is the case with I think all the American exchanges. Monero has been delisted. Not, you can't buy it on the American exchanges, but I'll dive into that and explain why, and kind of explain why we don't really care what the centralized exchanges say about Monero. What is it? Why do we like it? Should you consider adding it to your portfolio? We'll have a quick look at the charts, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Okay, so full disclosure, I do currently own Monero, a very small amount that I receive as mining rewards. I like to support the network, so any of my mining CPUs that can be utilized, I point them at the Monero network. So what is Monero? Monero was born in 2014, so it's pretty old now. It's 7 years old. It was a fork of the Bytecoin code. I don't even know Bytecoin, so not Bitcoin, Bytecoin, whatever. The original guy who forked it. So forking just means most of these projects are open source. Open source is a good thing. So the code of the project is open to anyone to download. They could make adjustments to it. It wouldn't be the code that's being used by all the miners. A fork of code is essentially someone has taken the code, maybe made changes to it, and you can actually there's a lot of coins that were actually forked. Bitcoin Cash and Bitcoin Gold, they're Bitcoin forks, and it means that a bunch of developers decided, hey, let's take this project in a different direction. So they're not really related anymore. Once they've forked, they'll never, come back together. And they're usually 100% of the time there'll be different developers. So lots of times that maybe there was like a little bit of a civil war, and they couldn't decide on a major change, and so two parties, they went their two separate ways. Okay, so Monero has been around since 2014. The guy that forked it almost left immediately, and it became a community project. And the ticker symbol is XMR. I don't really like the ticker symbol, but I always forget it. Monero's number one claim to fame is privacy. It's a privacy coin. This is why the governments hate it. There's a few privacy coins. There's Zcash, Dash, and now there's like a pirate coin or something. I haven't really looked into that. Their ticker symbol is R. I don't know. I generally, when people make these coins with stupid names, I don't look at them ever. All right. So the transactions on the Monero blockchain are truly anonymous and untraceable. Monero is the technology and blockchain that most of the general public think Bitcoin is. Most of the people that you hear about Bitcoin, they think it's anonymous. And all the media stories, they say the same thing all the time. Oh, it's anonymous, and Bitcoin is used to laundry dirty money and all this. Nothing can be further from the truth. Bitcoin is a completely transparent public ledger. It is the worst technology to use to launder money. Every single transaction can be monitored. Every single Bitcoin address you can see the balance of. And yeah, and not every Bitcoin is fungible. And if what fungible means is like, if I have a $10 bill and you have a $10 bill, they're both $10 bills, right? There's nothing we could exchange them. Even if your $10 bill was used to buy drugs, there's still no one's going to say, hey, that $10 bill was used to buy some drugs, and so it's not worth $10 anymore. It's worthless. No, it's always going to maintain that value. And Bitcoin is generally, considered fungible, but there's actually, if a Bitcoin was used in a transaction that they deem nefarious or illegal or something, that Bitcoin is tracked forever. And if you get stuck with that Bitcoin, you won't get stuck with it if you buy off of Bitcoin off of exchanges. But if you're the one that did the nefarious transaction, you might have a hard time actually getting that Bitcoin exchanged, for something else. Anyways, so Monero is quite the opposite. Monero is the true version of that coin that people think of when possibly it's used for money laundering, because it's completely private. It's untraceable. But there's a lot more things which make Monero amazing. Monero is super, super fast. Since they've done it's been around for 7 years and didn't always used to be super fast, but with protocol changes, they've made it super fast. It's super cheap to use. And now, as of 2019, it's super decentralized. So it has so many huge benefits. If you want a coin or a cryptocurrency or blockchain, whatever you want to call it, that could actually be used as a currency and go buy a coffee or go do this or go do that, Monero's probably that coin. Governments hate it. Why do governments hate it? Well, governments don't like the fact that they can't see the transactions, right? It's private. I don't know. I think privacy is a big thing. And I think a lot of people going forward are going to actually embrace privacy more as we lose privacy, more and more of our privacy every day. So Monero is 100% private. With the SEC cracking down on XRP Ripple, many of the centralized exchanges delisted XMR. They just didn't want anything to do with they generally would delist XMR, Zcash, and Dash. Those three got really heavily kind of picked on, even though they hadn't done anything, but people they wanted to get as far away as possible. But the good thing is centralized exchanges, they're dinosaurs. They're going to be extinct soon. In the pipeline of XMR, Monero, and other cryptocurrencies is a new technology called atomic swaps. Atomic swaps will allow you to swap tokens on the chain without a middleman. I can take my Bitcoin and I can buy Monero on chain. There's no middleman, and boom, it's a swap. And then I could swap it back, and I could swap it to ETH, and I could swap it to this, and I could swap it to that. And the centralized exchanges, you're going to need some way to onboard fiat currency always. But once the fiat currency, you got the fiat currency in the system, yeah, there's really no reason to use them for any of your trades, anything you want to do. Monero is super decentralized. In 2019, it changed its mining algorithm to be Asic mining resistant. So Bitcoin is generally mined by huge farms, big mining farms, and they're all using these Asic machines. And an Asic is just it's a specialized chip that's been designed just for Bitcoin mining. And so they got these farms, just huge farms, and actually like over 50% of Bitcoin is mined by 5 big pools. And so what started out as a really amazing decentralized platform, because everyone used to mine Bitcoin from home with their home computers, and then I think it was in 2013 is when ASICs really became the dominant mining technology. There's lots of coins, they just don't care. They give up. ASIC miners come along. Proof of work, not proof of stake. Proof of stake is what third gens are using now, but the proof of work blockchains, they kind of almost rely on the ASIC miners now. But Monero, again, the rebel coin, they said, hey, we don't want that. We want to be super decentralized. So in 2019, they changed their mining algorithm to be Asic mining resistant. The new RandomX proof of work protocol brought back the era of CPU mining. Now, everyone that has like a gaming PC, I wouldn't use like your Mac laptop. I think you'd probably get, run too hot, but any computer that you have, so any type of PC, I know there maybe lots of us don't have them anymore, but all the gamers out there, everyone that's a gamer, they should be, when they go to sleep at night or when they go to sleep in the daytime, they should be mining. You'll pay off your gaming computer in, like, nowadays, if you're mining with your gaming computer, you'll pay it off in 6 months. Everyone should be mining. It doesn't hurt. I'm going to be actually making a passive income series pretty quick. I want to show you guys like all the different ways that you can be making passive income. Right now we bought some miners in November. We upgraded our old miners, and they generate income. Every day, they make income for us, and we don't have to do anything. There's a lot of really cool new chains out there: Helium, Holo, Monero. You can still mine ETH, but I wouldn't get into ETH mining now. I'll make a separate video showing you how to make a small passive income Monero mining with your computer's CPU. If you're impatient, just head over to NiceHash. They have the easiest out-of-the-box, newbie-friendly system for new miners. Looking at the charts, Monero back in 2016, everyone loved it. It was the darling. It was the fastest growing cryptocurrency. You look at Monero back in, let's say, right around here. So at the beginning of 2016, January 2016, Monero's 50 cents. At the end of the last bull run, so after 2 full years, it's $500. Got up to $500. That's a 1000x. Monero was an amazing investment the last bull run. Now, with this bull run, you obviously have all these new coins, all these new cryptocurrencies, these new technologies. You got your NFTs, you got your DeFi, you got new smart contracts. ADA is popular now, and ADA pretty much started back at right around here, and they've been developing this whole time. Monero, a lot of the older coins, they don't get as much hype. And Monero does not have a marketing department. Monero is a community-based coin. It has very strong following, but the followers don't shill it. They don't they don't go on Twitter and like keep saying, XMR to the moon, XMR, they're much more of an underground community in my opinion. Monero for this bull run has been lagging behind a little bit. This can be a good thing. This could be a bad thing. I think it's actually kind of a good thing because generally when coins kind of catch your attention, it's because they've already mooned, right? You missed the boat. But Monero pretty much has been a little bit lagging behind. It hasn't actually even hit its all-time high yet. So its all-time high is like right around like 519, I guess. And it's approaching it. I personally wouldn't buy in right now. Let's look back at 2016 to 2018 and just looking on the daily chart, or you could use the 4-hour chart. Either one would work good. EMA 200 is what I like to use for kind of like figuring out buying opportunities. If you look at 2016, it dipped below the EMA 200 here. It touched it here, touched it again here, touched it again here, touched it again here, almost touched it there because this is November. So we were really from September on, the whole market was really starting to go parabolic, super parabolic at the end, obviously. But so you can see when you're in an actual bull run, when it's touching and staying above the EMA 200 on the daily, this is a good time to buy in. Okay, so if you look at now, let's just zoom this in. Pretty much right here during we'll call it the great event. If you bought any Bitcoin or any cryptocurrency during the great event, March 2020, you're rich. You know, the whole market, the stock market took everything with it, took gold with it, took everything with it. All these big companies got margin called. All these, you know, hedge fund companies, they all got margin called. They all got liquidated. The whole markets. And even though maybe you think, hey, you know, why would cryptocurrency go down? Because the stock market went down. Well, when you get margin called, people have to sell assets. They're trying to save, they're trying to protect their other assets, so they'll sell anything and everything to get liquid and to try and protect themselves. So if they have a big margin trade on, I don't know, maybe they have a huge margin trade on Tesla or something, and they're about to be liquidated, well, they might try and throw other assets. You know, they liquidate their other assets and try and save that trade. Usually it doesn't work. So buying below the EMA on the daily, EMA 200. So another time you could have bought Monero after that. It touched here, almost touched there, did touch there. And though it hasn't touched since the end of January. Since the end of January, it's actually done really, really well. It went from, you know, 130 and now it's up to 420. It's up to you. If you have strong hands and you want to buy into a cryptocurrency now, and if it dips to 300, it doesn't bother you. But that's fine. But I don't know. You could wait. I think at the end of the bull run, I think Monero easily could 5x still from here, maybe more. And I think it's going to be more popular this time around near the end of the bull run. I think people are going to kind of want to take their profits and maybe put them into Monero for a while. I don't know why they'd want to do that, but it's a privacy coin, so maybe they want to keep their profits private. Not financial advice. Okay, so what's not to love? I like Monero. It's always a coin I'm watching. I'm not heavily invested in it. Like I said, I just right now have my mining proceeds in it that I get from the Monero network. Let me know in the comments what you think of Monero. Smash the like button. Let me know your price predictions, where you think it's going. Yeah, that's about it for today, guys. I really like Monero. It's a super fast current. It's a medium of exchange, and it's super fast, super cheap, super decentralized. It's pretty super. All right. Thanks, guys. See you in the next one.